What the fuzuck is going on? It's the New York Hardcore Chronicles Live bonus round. Agnostic Front echoes in eternity. Bonus. It's a bonus in your life. It's added in addition to all the great shit that's going on in your life. You get this? How lucky are you? What a great life you lead. How fortunate you are, right? New tea for Drew. That's true. Yep. Yeah. Hey, Cindy, how you doing? What's up, everybody? Welcome to the bonus. It's a bonus. All right? That's right. Robots will kill. Bridge 9. Larry, you gave it to me the other day. It fits. What's up? Buick City Films, my man. What's up? Speaking of bonus, let's see if there's anything I need to. Speaking of,
Speaking of bonus, hi.
Hey.
Am I the bonus?
Wow. Like you come out of a cake. Like, hey.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm excited about today. It should be a good one.
You know, this is like some home cooking.
Yeah, absolutely.
Home cooking. It's a home cooking show. It's like whenever we have like hometown heroes, friends, people that have been on the show before, people we know very well. People,
absolutely,
this is a
fan
good one. Fan favorites.
So great record. We all love it already. So
record's great.
Yeah, it should be fun to talk about, because it's like one of those things. A lot of times when you do record shows, like it hasn't been out very long. Some people haven't heard it. We've all loved this for months now, so it should be good.
To tell you the truth, I haven't been listening to it for months.
Really?
Nope.
No.
Well, because
you're listening to everything else, right?
No. In my world, it's as soon as this show's done, I'm listening to Bill Stevenson stuff because he's on next. Right. I don't have the time to listen to anybody else's shit other than who's on the show next.
Right.
So, I mean, I saw the video. I've seen the videos. I mean, stuff like that. But as far as listening to the whole record through over and over, that was all this week. And I must say, it's a very good record.
Excellent sounding. Yeah. I'm sure you're going to get into all of that with Mike Dijon, but really excellent.
Yeah. We just had an A7 show.
Yes, on Sunday.
Right, Steven?
Tell us about it.
What's up there?
I grabbed a couple photos. But you know what was... you mentioned it the other day, Steven, about probably the right.
I know where you're going.
Go ahead.
I thought it was very cool. Now, in the last few months, we had a number of bands, for whatever reason, drop off bills. We swap bands out, this and that. And, as we're putting these things together and getting all these shows rolling, sometimes it's frustrating. But the other day, we had something that has never happened before. A band showed up in support of the band's playing. A full band arrived, and I believe they're from Boston. A band called the Stress Balls.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Drew said, "Why don't you guys jump up and do a 15-minute set?" And they killed. These guys got up there, and everybody was into it, and they were great. And it was such a pleasant surprise of like an unannounced band that have never played a single one of our shows. They all showed up in support as a team, which I always love when a band goes out together. Like, I always wanted bands to be like brothers. Like, I always imagined bands live together. They travel together. They did everything together. And sometimes if you all show up, something like this could happen. And I thought it was awesome that this happened and that they were really fun and they were good, And how often do you get to see something where like, oh, you're all here, get up and play?
Well, there's a little bit more to it, as Larry says here. they reached out a few months ago asking about a show, and Larry said to them, well, have you ever come to any of the shows? And he said no. The other night they were playing New Jersey. Oh, they played New Jersey the night before, and they were playing Brooklyn that night. And between their show the night before in New Jersey and playing Brooklyn, they stopped by. They had all their instruments, and I don't know, the show was moving pretty quick, and somebody ended a couple minutes early, and I said to the guy, I said, you feel like you feel like going on an adventure? He said, yeah. I said, you got all your instruments? He said, yeah. I said, yo, you got 15 minutes. Get up there fast and play your best shit. And that's what happened. It was cool. They were good.
So they played that night in Brooklyn as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the funny thing about that is RBNX opened the show, and they
Right.
played Brooklyn as well that night.
Yeah.
They did a double header too.
Yep. Hey, this one goes out to all the bands that think playing more and playing 2 shows a day is somehow helping them. Like, yeah, let's just play. We'll play everywhere, anytime. We'll play, you know,
Hey, listen,
anytime.
why not? Why not? If they're having fun, why not?
Listen, don't.
Drew is very particular.
Listen, if you want to play twice a day, 3 times a day, knock yourselves out.
Listen, go ahead. Have a fucking day. But you're never gonna you're not gonna transcend being the second or third, first or second or third slot ever. Because it's like, listen, it's like giving $5 blowjobs by the Holland Tunnel. It's like least common denominator shit. You know?
You want to parlay that $5 into 15?
Listen, you want to be a high class escort? You know?
I don't even know where to go from there.
These bands aren't making $5.
Yeah, right. You want to do $5?
$5.
You want to do $5 BJs your whole life? Come on. Hey, shouting out, actually, Vinnie Stigma's cousin, Joe Romini, from the Texas Silver Rush.
Yeah.
And I have a graphic to go.
It's nice. Yeah.
Yeah. What's going on here? See? Look at the latest in Agnostic Front fashion here, huh?
Nice.
Yeah. The latest in AF fashion.
Hardcore and turquoise.
Hardcore and turquoise.
Yeah. It's a good combination.
Yeah. So there you go. And if you are wondering, the Texas Silver Rush is a jewelry design firm and boutique store located in the birthplace of the Texas country music scene in Fredericksburg, Texas. They specialize in working with musicians in all music genres to design and create unique one-off pieces, as well as for style and for stage, album covers, promo photos, and social media exposure. Their client list includes Rock and Roll Hall of Famers Greg Rollet, Ringo Starr, and of course, the one and only Agnostic Front. Information on online sales are being taken at their Facebook and Instagram pages, and of course, www.thetexassilverrush.com. So
hey, shout out to Eddie Medina out there. I see him out there.
You're out there, Eddie. Shout out to Chris Contos. What's up, Chris? Yeah.
I think Powerhouse has a show coming up.
Hey, $5 is a tank of gas.
At the Parkside. The Parkside in San Francisco. Saying goodbye to the Parkside Powerhouse. Yep.
Oh, hey, Eddie. See you at the bowl. 100%. Shouting out the Black and Blue Bowl. That's going down on May 22nd and 23rd.
Nice.
So,
hey, Drew.
do
you have that picture of Jamie and Ray next to the picture in the A7 that I sent you?
Oh, is it in that
Yeah,
lot that you sent me? All right, let me find it. I just want to say regarding the bowl. What the fuck is it? Hold on.
It's a black and white one.
Yeah. Hold on. Hold your horses, for Christ's sake. Jesus.
Good lineup. Slapshot. Final show. There you go.
Yeah.
Saying goodbye to those guys.
Hold on, things are acting weird.
Oh, this is weird. What is happening?
Lori in the center.
Wow.
Our faces are so big.
Madness, I tell you.
Please zoom out. Yeah.
Something got fucked.
Yeah, my head is big enough already.
Hello, Chris. I see you out there. Fresh.
What the hell's going on here? Hopefully it settles down.
Yeah.
All right.
It's the Russians.
Yeah.
Exactly. Gremlins.
Yeah, it's settled down already. You know, sometimes it just bugs out.
Robert from Scotland, how you doing out there?
I will. Yeah. Keep talking, Lori. Let me try to find this picture real quick.
Courtney, I'm just gonna do like the Magic Garden thing where I'm just saying hello to all the names.
Hello.
Hello.
From the
Thank you for joining us today, children. I see Dylan. I see Eddie. I see Robert.
All right. This is what Steven's talking about. This shot. This is in Niagara. What we know is A7 back in the day. Now check out that photo in the back. That photo in the back that's SSD Control playing A7 in 1982. That's on the wall of the place, and it just so happens that Jamie Sciarappa, who of course was in SSD, is playing bass, just played our show on Sunday with his new band, The Long Wait. So there's a picture of Jamie, 1982 and 2026.
That's incredible. Great shot. There's also another one out there that has him with it, and he's in the mirror, looking in the mirror.
That's cool.
It's a real artsy shot of it.
Right.
Go on to the SSD Controls page. It's pretty cool.
Very cool. Yeah. All right. Let me get cracking.
Get going.
Steven, we'll talk to you in a bit. Lori, let me get these guys on and I'll bring you back on.
Okay. Sounds good.
See you in a few. That's what's up. Welcome to the New York Hardcore Chronicles Live bonus. It's a bonus in your life. All this and more. It's a bonus episode. We are sponsored by the Texas Silver Rush, DTFM Vinyl Distro, Generation Records, Woo Man of the Pit, She Devil's Coven, Minty Fresh Presents, and 126 Hardcore Clothing. They're Restless brand. They're 126 Hardcore Clothing. They're a streetwear brand for restless individuals who don't compromise. They're about being positive, spontaneous, and true to yourself. For years, they experimented with several printing methods and materials and collaborated with a large number of designers and illustrators, always giving room for fresh perspectives while retaining the hardcore attitude. Get in touch with them, ramp up your game at www.126clothing.com. That said, let's bring our guests on and let's rattle the cage a little bit. Make sure everybody's good. Everybody looks good. Okay, here we go. Let's welcome back some of our nearest and dearest old friends and supporters. Here with us today to celebrate the recently released 13th studio album, Echoes in Eternity, by the iconic New York hardcore band Agnostic Front. Ladies and gentlemen, the godfather of New York hardcore, Vinnie Stigma, bass player Mike Gallo, and the album's producer representing the great borough of Queens, Mr. Mike Dijon. Hey.
Emphasis on Queens.
Emphasis on What's up, fellas?
Vincent.
How are you, Michael?
I'm good, Vincent. How are you? Michael.
Dijon, I like the hardwire earbuds. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah, those work very well here. How's everything? Guys. Vinny, you just came back from Puerto Rico this morning?
Yeah, just landed a couple hours ago. Here I am.
What a life.
What a life. What a life, right?
I'm being Stigma, you know?
Yo, jeez.
I got to love everybody. I got to do the right thing all the time, you know?
He's got to spread himself around.
Yeah. Well, he's got to go He's got to go to Puerto Rico to sort of decompress it and just relax and get ready to run at it again, right?
Yeah, once in a while we go down there with the Stigma band and play.
Yeah,
you know? So that's cool.
Right.
We got a lot of friends in Puerto Rico.
You were a part of that, right, Deshaun?
Yeah.
We did a couple shows in Rincon and San Juan last March around this time. It's great.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
Yeah, that's fun. And just to set the table a little bit, you guys just you did the U.S. and then you did Europe, right? And now you're kind of home. You're kind of home for a minute, getting ready to what? Do a couple fly-ins and then do Europe again.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to doing nothing for a little bit. Honestly,
Well, we got Mexico, we got Canada, we got Jakarta, the Southeast Asian tour, in between, and then we go off to Europe for the rest of our lives. So we're going to be busy. You know, we're still doing it. And
yeah, we have a one-off in Richmond.
Such a great time on tour. I love it, man. We just got off tour with the Wisdom and Change guys, you know, and it was unbelievable.
This is Richmond, right? United Blood. Is that the Richmond thing?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's coming up next, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's our next one, I believe so. Yep.
Look how stacked that is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Killing time. Wow, you got a lot. Jesus.
Yeah.
That's a 2-day festival.
Yeah,
so like the bands that you see there, they'll be split over the 10th and the 11th. So the night we're playing will be right under Foundation, and then Speed is playing the next night.
And Deshaun, basically, just so everybody understands, at this point, you multitask with this band. Of course, you produce the record we're going to talk about, but you also tour manage and kind of run the show on the road, right?
Yeah, like all logistics and tour matters in the States, and and one-offs in various countries. But in Europe, they have the whole crew from MAD that they've been using for a couple decades, who are also good friends of mine. So they've got a solid crew out there, and I hold it down with these guys here.
That's impressive. That's impressive, Gallo. That Roger actually that we have a guy now that tour manages in the States.
Well, you know what? I just think Roger's fed up. You know, he's got a lot going on. You know,
let Deshaun deal with it.
He needs somebody to relieve a little stress, you know, make things go a little smoothly, and a lot less things for him to do, you know, because he's a busy guy.
Yeah.
And it's been great. You know, Mike's like the sixth member, basically.
Yeah. Is AF playing both nights in Richmond?
No, just the first night.
Yeah.
Yeah, one night. What do you think this is? Fucking Grateful Dead? So that said, let's chop it up a little bit. Let's talk about it. Let me get let's talk about this.
I purposely didn't smoke before the show, and I still look high as fuck. I'm looking at myself, I still look high. I'm like, you know.
So let's talk about Echoes in Eternity a little bit. And I really enjoyed the record. I must say.
Thank you.
It is. It's really good, man. And I don't know if you caught, I was telling Lori beforehand, I didn't listen to the whole record before you guys were coming on the show. I just don't, the way my life's set up now with these shows, it's hard for me to casually listen to some, because as soon as this show's over, I got to start listening. I got Bill Stevenson on the show. I got to listen to his catalog. So when you guys came on board, I was excited, and I listened to the shit out of the album, and it's really, really good. It's done well. The songs are great. The production's great. It's really all around the board. It's really good. Gallo, what? It's coming off. This is Raging Phoenix Music. This is the label. I know
Yeah.
the last one was Nuclear Blast. Is this a new label or what is this?
Yes, I believe it is a new label. It's one of the guys who I guess somewhat owned part of Nuclear Blast Records. I think he branched off and he had a bunch of bands, and I guess he split up from Nuclear Blast, and then yeah. So I think we were one of his bands because I believe he signed us. This guy Marcus from over in Europe, in Germany, and yeah, well, I think it's got Kerry King's on the label, Opeth. There's a couple of others, you know. So it is a fairly new label, right? Mike, you probably know more about that than me.
Yeah.
So it's two brothers, Gerardo and Oscar Martinez, that are the owners of the label, and it's Raining Phoenix Music, and they're really hands-on with the band as far as being supportive during the production process, the recording process, rolling out, as it released, and with the press, and making sure that it's available and it's out there. So and like Mike said, they have a great roster. They have Kerry King, they have Meshuggah, they have a lot of legacy metal, like Udo Dirkschneider, but like but out in Europe, they worship these old rockers, and
Sure.
And there's a market for that. So they're Austrian based and LA based, and they've done a great job.
Yeah.
Being supportive, making sure that there's a lot of eyes on the album.
Yeah, this Ray Hogan. This is the album. Excuse me. This is the album artwork. Give me a second. What happened? Sorry. Let me get
Well,
my
is this
shit.
your first day on the job, Drew?
I don't know. There's some gremlins in there's some gremlins in the shit today. I don't know.
You might have to go. You might have to go back to the Holland Tunnel for those $5 blowjobs.
I'm gonna have to start at the bottom and work my way up. So here, this is the album. This is the album cover, and yes, Astoria Lou says Ernie Parada did a great job on the album cover, and of course, Ernie Parada has been around a long time. He was in Token Entry, so on and so forth. And any comment on the artwork on the album cover or anything?
Well, this was actually talked about, with the band and Ernie going, into the art design of the record, basically going over the content of the album, sort of tying in the lyrical content, the metaphors behind a lot of the songs, and just coming up with something visual that complements the music. And Ernie really hit it on the head. His inspiration for this image is that this young boy who's and how young people are easily influenced is so brainwashed by his decisions that he's walking blindfolded and carrying a flag that he doesn't even know is on fire. So so his he's rolling with his decisions with such conviction that he's just walking blindly into negativity, into conflict, into everything that you see going on today. So it's something that really, I believe, ties into the mood and the lyrical content of the album, as well as the name.
This is a good question, actually, for someone who may not know. Does the band get to approve the album cover? Gallo?
Not really. I mean, Roger's the boss, man.
Yeah.
we decided to go with Ernie because number one, we love Ernie, and I mean, realistically, the guy's an incredible artist. He's one of my favorite artists. So I was all for, having him do the art because he's just such an incredible artist, great guy, a good friend for such a long time. And I mean, I think he just hit the nail on the head. We saw it. We were like, yeah, it's awesome. It's great. It's really just, I think we were all kind of like, yeah, this is amazing. It's awesome. We loved it, so.
You mentioned that. I do think that a lot of successful bands that I've been around, for most part, is different people have different functions, and they execute that. It's like different people bring different things to the party, and that's what makes the whole. And responsibility gets delegated. And I do feel, from what I understand, that has been the case with Agnostic Front, and that's one of the reasons why you guys are able to function the way you do. You can't have 5 guys trying to do the same shit all the time. It just leads to fucking
too many cooks in the kitchen. Never works,
Yeah, 100%. Like I remember a couple years ago, Mike Gallo. I remember, like, I don't know if this is the case anymore, but like at shows you had to deal with the backdrop.
No, I don't do that anymore.
But that was it. But I found that really impressive at the time. It was like, okay,
the shortest guy in the band, the backdrop up, yeah.
But see, I got
old guy, my tour manager. He usually is on the case for that. He's like twice the size of me, so it's a lot easier for him.
Well, that's why Dejan came in. But I thought that was really impressive at the time. Like, I got to push that off on someone in my band. Like, listen, motherfucker, you got to deal with the backdrop. I can't deal with this shit every show.
Well, you know what? I mean, everybody needs a job. You know what I mean? Everybody does their thing. You know what I mean? Like, and that's what makes the machine run. Everybody's got their job and their thing. And but yeah, I don't hang. In case you don't know, I don't size shoes no more.
Yeah, right. I don't know if you heard. Right?
Nah, it's all good. We all work collectively together pretty well. It's like a crazy dysfunctional family, but
yeah,
it's still here. What's next year is what, 45 years of this band, right?
Hey, Ray Hogan says he'll handle it for my. Okay, great, good.
We're gonna hold you to that, Ray.
Yeah, you take the fucking thing home with you too. Talk a little bit about, this is the back of the record, correct?
Yes.
Who took this photo?
I believe on me.
Yes. Yep.
Yes. She's a good friend of ours, great photographer. She comes to many shows on tour with us in Europe, and she's basically like our personal photographer. She's great person, takes amazing pictures, and yeah, she's awesome.
Yeah, she sent me some stuff. So that's the back of. Hey, what's up, little Roy Downset? Hope you're well, buddy. This is the first AF record with Danny playing drums, correct?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. And it's also the first album that you guys have done in 6 years. Part of the reason is Roger had a health issue that came up, and has it felt like 6 years, Stigma, since you've been back in the studio?
Well, there was a pandemic, then Roger was sick, you know what I mean? So it was, but I couldn't be more prouder than this record, man. This record is solid. I know there's a lot of records that came out during that window, and this record just ran right out of the gate from the get. It was solid, it was hard, it was fast lyrically, musically. I couldn't be more prouder of this record. I couldn't be more prouder than Agnostic Front, my friends, my brothers, the band, the tour we just did, the tours we've been doing. We've been killing it, and everybody loves it. I can't sign enough records. I couldn't kiss enough babies and take enough photos. It's been a magic ride, you know. After 45 years, you know, I guess we finally landed. You know, we had Raw Brigade and Wisdom and Change. What a great tour! We're such a family. You know, we're family oriented. You know, Mike, the two Mikes. You know, I love them, and you know, Mike's my spiritual leader, and the other Mike's like my son. And you know, I and the rest of the band, and Danny, great guy, good work ethic, you're good family. You know, I couldn't say more about that guy too. You know, of course, Roger, that's my brother, that we've been together for 45 years. You know, and we've been through it all. I always say, Agnostic Front, shot, stabbed, imprisoned. None
Well,
cancer, pandemic, collapse, war, we'll go.
Yeah.
Well, getting back to your question, Drew.
Hey, that was a really great sidebar though. Hey, these are some of these photos I'm putting up along the way. These are taken by On, and these are in the packaging of the album. So there's some great shots that are in the packaging of this thing. So,
well, like I was saying, Drew, getting back to your question, like you said, you said it was like 6 years since we put the record out. Like we put a record out right before COVID.
You're right.
So we put all our hearts and souls into that record, Get Loud, which is a great record too. And the pandemic hit right after that. So it was pretty, it was tough because and then I was so burnt out from writing music and stuff that once the pandemic hit, I was a weird freaking time. You know what I mean? And I know Roger wanted to write some stuff during that time, but it was just I don't know. It was just kind of not happening, and it was just, and the next thing you know, pandemic's over, or we're out on the road, and it's 4 years gone by since we wrote a record, because we were in the Matrix for a couple of years, and
sure.
It was just a weird time, Some people took advantage of it, some people did, but I think it worked out for the best, we put out the best record we did in freaking years, and
it's really good, man.
It paid off,
I think that's a good point, because once the pandemic was over, everybody just wanted to get out there again and play. Remember right when it ended, everybody was out on the road for the first 6 months. It was too much. Everybody was trying to. It was overload. It was a lot of bands out there all at once. But once it was over, people wanted to get out and make a living.
We couldn't even find vans to rent.
Right.
As to where we had to rent vans here in New York and drive them to California to start a tour. That's how crazy it was. With everybody just trying to get out the gate and get back touring. But it was actually a really sort of like a blessing in disguise, because there's so many bands on tour. Say all the top tier rooms are all booked up right away. Then you find that cities that were maybe B and C markets that where bands don't go, all of a sudden are flooded with shows, which is a great thing. So Boise is now a big tour stop, and Tulsa and Albuquerque and these rooms are getting packed out. So in terms of having A market towns ruling the touring scene, it's sort of leveled the playing field, and now there are way more thriving venues to play to, and you're able to extend tours more. So in that regard, it was a plus. But we were so busy touring that when this idea of doing the album came about, we did a lot of it on the road.
Is that right?
So yeah.
Vocals,
doing scratch vocals on our computers, 1 a.m. in parking lots of hotels.
Well, let's get into that.
Crazy.
Let's get into the production aspect. So how, Mike DeJean, you're the producer. Gallo, let me get your take on it. how does Mike end up being called upon to produce this Agnostic Front record?
I mean, just spent so much goddamn time with us. You know what I mean? Like, you know, we were just writing stuff together, and we're just always together. So
Right.
it just kind of made sense, you know. And Mike's a phenomenal musician, songwriter, and just like, you know, it just made sense. He was just always there. He's always with us, you know. So like, it was just a, like, you know, a natural thing. It just like, you know, just like I said, we were all together for so long, so much time, and so we decided, you know, we want to do something a little bit different on this record, you know. And Mike brought that Dijon mustard to the
Yeah, he
mix,
put his
you
heart
know?
and soul
Vin?
into it.
Vinnie?
Mike Dijon put his heart and soul into this record. You know,
Yeah.
and he even nitpicked himself to death. I swear
I did.
everything. Any little thing he was there and go over it. Especially when we did the DMC thing. That was a lot of fun in the studio too.
Oh, it was
Yeah.
amazing. It really was. It was an incredible experience to be in the studio with somebody you idolize and grew up with, you know. It was incredible. It really was. The guy's an absolutely wonderful human being, too. He's just a great dude, you know. It was just a pleasure to be around, and it was just incredible. I mean, he called us. So this is how this went down. This is a good story. And we're traveling, we're on the road, and we get a call from him. He got Roger's phone number somehow from somebody.
Excuse me, somehow from somebody?
Oh, from you, huh?
It was from me.
Ah, okay. All right.
Yeah, he reached out to me. I want to do something with Agnostic Front.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, Roger. I'm like, you want me to give this guy your number?
Yeah, he was literally on the telephone rapping to us about lines that he had that like kind of made it all come together. You know, Mike will elaborate a little bit more on it. Like, you know, like
Yeah, so like Mike had said, we were I don't know where, we were out on the West Coast somewhere, and Roger gets a call from like a number he doesn't know and picks it up. He's like, "Oh yeah, how you doing?" It's like, "Oh wow, how'd you get my number?" You know, and then, you know, so he's talking to Roger. He's like, "Yeah, like I watched your documentary, and I've you know, it really resonated with me, and I want to work with you guys." So Roger's like, "Yeah, you know, bet." And you know, they exchanged numbers, and then a week later, he calls back and says like, "Hey, I want to come see you guys play. You know, send me the rest of your, like, whatever your tour dates are, and I'll try to make it to one of the shows." So he actually flies to a show that we did in Worcester.
Is that right?
Yes. Daryl, his son, and his manager, Eric.
Eric.
Yes. Yeah.
Bam.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, so we were on tour with Sepultura, and no doubt they show up as they said they were going to, and you know, I let them in the side, and you know, right before AF hit the stage, it was at the Palladium in Worcester. And like AF had a great show that night. They blew it up, and I was watching Daryl just like take it in, and he seemed like, you know, very intrigued with the whole concept of doing something this heavy. And you know, then we went to the dressing room. He talks to Roger, and he's like, "All right, I'm definitely down. What's the next step?" And Roger points at me. He's like, "Yeah, you got to talk to him." And, I side-eye Roger, like, you know, like I wasn't expecting that, you know. So you know, as soon as Daryl wasn't looking at me, I looked at Roger. I was like, "You fucking motherfucker, what are you doing?" You know, and so, you know, I exchanged information with Eric, and you know, then we, you know, proceeded to start following up when we were ready to go into the studio, you know, to start recording. But you know, I had this exchange with Daryl in the staircase, on a landing of the staircase in the club, like after we decided that like we were gonna, you know, like move forward. he just stops me on the landing. He's like, bet, check this out. And he starts freestyling to me in the staircase. And I was like, oh shit, DMC is like freestyling to me in the fucking staircase. Yeah. And then, you know, he spits out a verse and he's like, what do you think? And all that was going through my head is just, it sounds like this legendary guy that I know from when I was a kid. It sounded like him. And it was awesome. It didn't suck. It was great, you know? So I was like, what do I think? I think we should fucking book some studio time and, you know, let's do this. Sure. So, so when, you know, we were, you know, toying around with, you know, songs that would actually be a good fit for him, you know, going through the list of the tracks that we had, you know, we were either gonna either write something tailored for him or bring him into our world where we think that's something where his lyrical cadence and his flow would complement what we're doing. So that's what we did. So the track that he sings on, we sent it to him, and after we were done, say with the rough tracks, and asked him if he liked it, and he loved it. And after we were done, say with all the vocal tracking, he came in. We told him sort of what a synopsis of the lyrical content, and he's like, "I got this." He comes in, and Gallo and Vinnie will attest to this. He came in on fire.
Yeah, he's good like that.
On fire, and blasted his tracks out in 2 takes. And I asked him, "Hey, you want to do it piece by piece?" He's like, "Nah, I want to do it like I'm on stage. I want to do the whole track, old school. That's the way I want to do it." I was like, "All right, you got this." So really, there was no adjustment made. He really took his time to get a feel of the song, to really complement Roger's lyrics in the song, and how they both work together, going back and forth in the songs. And we were blown away by Daryl's performance in the studio. And he was a gentleman. And he was a gentleman. We had a bunch of the young guys that are in awesome hardcore bands that are all really popular right now that did the backing vocals on the album. And they were just finishing up, and he came in and said hi and greeted everybody, want to know everybody's name. It was just like a very cool, laid back experience.
Here's a little taste of that.
No time to sleep and no time to rest, 'cause it is a matter of life and death. I won't stop till my very last breath. I'll rock my rhyme in defiant protest.
Yeah. So I'm trying not to play too much because I don't want to get the show flagged and get the feed shut down. If I play too much of it, it'll get flagged. So I'm trying to dance around that here. But Daryl's, I've known Daryl a long time. We've worked together a bunch of time. He's always been a gentleman. Hold on. Whoa, what is that? Hold on. Matter of life. Goodbye. He's always been a gentleman. He's a great guy. And here's a good one. Wait. One of the times I worked with him doing a commercial for some eyeglass for the eyeglasses.
Gazelles.
I worked on a Gazelle commercial with him a while back. Yeah, he's always been great, and of course, I worked with him back we did the Run DMC video back in the 90s, and we shot it in Hollis Park in Hollis, Queens, and it was a circus, man. It was intense. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
I'll have to cut you off real quick since we're on the Daryl thing. I'll just never forget the one moment, because he came into the studio. He was cool. He said hello to everybody, blah blah blah. We talked a little shit, and then he said, "Can you run the track? I want to hear it." He goes, "I want to show you what I have in mind." He's like, "I want to come in right on the end of the chorus into this, and we were like, all right, yeah, sure, go do your thing. We played the track, and when he laid it down, me, Vinnie, and Dijon like looked at each other like, holy shit, that's fucking amazing. We were like, do your thing, man. Like, we were like blown away. It was surreal. It was like, this is unbelievable. You know?
It was a great track because we will be honest with you, me and Roger were worried a little bit about, like, you know, we don't want to sound like a 90s rap metal band. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like we wanted to sound real, and it just came off so good. He came into our world, you know?
Yeah.
And it was awesome to have him in there, you know? That old sound. It's new, it's fresh, you know?
And this is a shot of him actually doing the track.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. That's great, man. That's good
He
stuff.
put
And,
into it, man.
yeah, they're good people, man. Even after I did that video, when their record went gold, they sent me a gold record. That was a lot of bands
It's awesome.
don't give a shit, but they remembered and they sent me that gold record right there, which was very. I felt the same way, Dijon, when I worked with Run DMC back in the day. I was shook because because I've worked with a lot of artists, but there's a handful that really influenced me as a young person, and Run DMC's one of them.
Yeah, for sure. Same here.
You know, a kid growing up, like, yeah.
Dude, shook. I'm a Queens kid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Right? I told Daryl, I go, this is the most Queens thing I've ever done in my life.
Yeah.
It's almost it's like a 360 prophecy, like coming true. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. I can't even, like, there's so many, like,
that's awesome.
Like emotions and feelings of joy, actually, when that track was finally delivered.
That's awesome.
And before we move on to something else, I just want to I want to talk about the, because we'll move on to other things. But while we're on the subject of Daryl, when as soon as he was done with the track, you know, he looks at us. He's like, "All right, when are we doing a video for this?"
Yeah.
right off the bat, he's like video. He's like, I was like, we'll make it happen. And then boom, you know, D leaves the building. So. You know, so when we're talking to the label about, you know, doing the singles and then having Daryl on as a guest, I felt that we needed to, like, really do the song and our special guest some justice. And I contacted, you know, one of my best friends, Blake Farber, who's you know, he's a filmmaker. He's like an award-winning commercial director globally. And he was in Spain when I hit him up, and I was like, dude, you got to shoot this video. You're the guy, you know? So he was like, I don't know. It's like I just got called to do like a big feature film, like right when you guys want to do this, you know? So he was like, let me see what I could do. And then, like, you know, off the seat of our pants, you know, with the scheduling and there was so many moving parts just to make it happen. Sure. That, like, it was a miracle that we were able to execute getting the video done and having everyone available. So, like, you know, like Blake flew in for 4 days from Spain. He put a team together. He hired, like, you know, his friend John, who's like, he's a big, like, photographer, and you know, he, you know, just because they believed in the project, he brought in, like, top of the line equipment, lighting, you know, the same lens on the camera that they used in Apocalypse Now, like, you know, a very, very, like, you know, expensive vintage lens to capture some of these shots. And so on top of the recording experience being surreal,
can't hear anything.
What's that?
You can't hear us? What happened?
You might have hit. Can you hear me, Drew?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
Vinnie, Stigma, you hear me?
I hear you.
Hold on, Gallo. Hold on.
Check your mute.
Hey, I'm gonna kick you off. Come back.
All right.
That's the best thing. That works best, I find. You kick them off, they come back. Hopefully, it doesn't set off a whole chain reaction. Somebody also mentioned great to see when he performed with you at Irving Plaza, and here's a shot of that from Irving Plaza.
That was Vinnie's birthday show.
Right. Yeah.
How cool was that, Vinnie?
Oh my God, it was the greatest birthday party I ever had.
Yeah, that was a good one.
We sold out that place. He came up, he sang, gave me a big hug, told me happy birthday. You know, it was just amazing that night, you know?
Can you hear us, Gallo?
Yeah, for some reason I got cut off, which is
Whenever that happens, I've learned you got to throw the guest out, and then they come back and it works.
Yeah.
That's
it was an amazing night at Irving Plaza, and I'll never forget it. That was my 70th birthday party, and then on top of it all, Mike DeJean comes out and gets a Lifetime Achievement Award.
Oh, that was cool. That was nice.
My friends put that together.
That was awesome. That was really nice. Yeah.
That was like, you know.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
That was a really nice night.
A lot of fun.
Here's another.
A lot of fun. A lot of cigars.
Here's another shot. Here's a shot of. I want to continue to talk about sort of the recording process. Were the basic tracks recorded in Long Island?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. MEI Studios in trying to think in Long Island.
It's in West Hempstead.
South Hempstead.
And what was the connection there, DeJean? Was it Danny?
Yes. So Anthony at MEI Studios is a longtime friend of Danny's, and they had worked together in the past, and that's where AF had recorded a cover song. They did a Heart Attack cover for the Jesse Malin album. So when the place is like really cozy and it has great gear. So we're like, all right, let's do the pre-production, at Anthony's. So as we're doing the pre-production there, Anthony was so great to work with, so laid back and works fast. And as far as taking instruction or whatever my input was, we worked very well together. And he's very attentive to the band. That's Byron. That's Byron Filson from the studio in Phoenix. That's Villain Studios, where we recorded Roger's vocals. But getting back to MEI in Long Island, we hit it off with Anthony, and as the ideas were coming together, as the songs were gelling, we would basically put songs together in Danny's basement where he lives, and get 3 songs down and go straight to Anthony's studio and record them the same day.
Wow.
And we did that a series of times in order to keep ideas fresh and keep the energy high, where like you don't do a song, say, over and over and over again, and then the energy's kind of flat. So now in terms of like really grinding our teeth down and staying focused to remember songs, play them well in a rehearsal, and go straight to a recording studio to record them. for especially for Danny to process all that and deliver performances under pressure in the recordings in a recording session is really, it's an attest to how one, Danny is as a team player, two, how talented he is as a drummer, and three, adding enough attitude and energy to really make those songs come across the table.
I love the arrangements, and it's 14 songs, and I think the record runs 23 minutes or 24 minutes.
It's 15 songs and it runs 28 minutes. 15
songs?
Yes.
Okay, and it runs 28 minutes.
Oh, yeah, about yeah.
Yeah, I think it's 27 to 28.
28, yeah.
I love that about it. It's not you don't get the shorts. The songs for the most part are they're just shotgun blasts. They're just real fast, real hard. Nothing's dragged out, and it's just like pop, 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 and it's over, and you go start at the top again. It's great. I really like the arrangements, and I love the songs, man. A lot of the songs are great, really great.
Thank you.
Yeah, I like to get into some. Let me see if I have any more pictures from the recording before we start like breaking down some of the songs. There is not only some great Vinnie Stigma work, but this guy really delivers on this record as well. Great stuff.
Oh yeah, he's a beast.
Yeah, he really great guitar work on this record. Craig Silverman.
Yeah, Craig's a really great guitar player, man. He's just anytime I've been in the studio with him. So I think I've done 3 records with him. Mm-hmm. American Dream Died, Get Loud, and now Echoes in Eternity. And any like engineer that I worked with, like I think what's the guy out in California we used to work with, Paul Miner. I remember when he came in and Craig laid his tracks down, he was blown away about how fast he gets through it. You know what I mean? Like Craig has photogenic and memory. He's just he's a beast of a guitar player, and he just like rips through shit. And then when we did it with I was telling Mike and Anthony, when we did the new record, I said Craig's gonna come in and bang this shit out. Like, yeah, everybody says that, and believe me, the guy came in and rocked it. Like,
you got a good pick right here, like because you need 2 hands to play the guitar. And I call him Chopper. And me and Mitch from Man Ball, we talk about it because when you play like that, sometimes you cheat. You know what I mean? That guy, he said, he don't cheat. That guy, he like lays it in. He got like that. It's this thick anyway,
What are you playing here, Stigma? What is that? What is that? A Kramer, Dijon? Yeah. What's he playing?
That's my Kramer.
That's your Kramer?
Yeah.
Stigma playing lead on your Kramer?
Oh yeah,
yes, sir.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Looks like he's dressed for Antarctica. Was it cold in that studio?
Yeah, fuck yeah, it was freezing, man.
That's a smooth ass guitar.
What's that?
That's a smooth ass guitar. It really slips and slides,
Yeah.
So it's nice to play.
Yeah. Have to bring in some of Dijon's weapons.
Yeah.
Robert from Scotland says Danny on the drums gives Agnostic Front a different sound than this album. It's heavy.
Yeah, for sure.
His drumming's great, man, on this record. Really good.
Yeah, awesome. I mean, he's a very different drummer than Pokey,
Yeah.
Pokey, they have 2 kind of completely different styles.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, Danny delivered for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hey,
go ahead.
I want to give Silverman more props.
Okay. Fire away.
Yeah. So, being that the band is, scattered all about the country, Roger's out in Arizona and Craig is up in Boston. Like, sending recordings back and forth and bouncing ideas off of each other, and touring a lot. Like it's almost impossible for Craig to be down in New York to physically work with the band, so a lot of this stuff was done remotely, where all the pre-production stuff, and as we're piecing all the songs together, they get sent up to Silverman, and coming down into the for him to actually track his guitars after everyone's all in different places, the amount of attention to detail he spent getting every lick, every riff, every solo down was remarkable. And we just we worked well together. He blasted all his guitars out in one day.
No.
Yes, in one day.
Yeah, I think we did maybe a couple of leads to second.
A couple of leads, but I'm talking 99%
wow.
of his guitars in one day. Solos and everything. So
3 rhythm tracks, right?
Wow.
Yeah, a bunch of rhythm tracks, doubling over his solos.
That's impressive that he got through all that in one day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Yeah, so and we had never worked in the studio together before, so put yourself in his shoes. He's been the guitar player for 10 plus years, and now you're working with somebody, and now we're thrown into the same room to work. So you don't know what's gonna happen. Granted, we've been friends for years, so within the first 10 minutes, I was just knew, and I think we both knew that it was going to be awesome, as far as having everything, the vision of how the record would sound sonically, and very, very, very riff, guitar heavy,
sure,
songs. So so when he was done with his tracks, we kind of all looked at each other, we nodded our head, and then we went to Vinnie's house and we celebrated. I didn't feel like it, I just didn't want to say, yeah, good session. Let's all just go home. So, right, Vinnie, you put up coffee, and we're drinking wine and having cigars, and we were just just really feeling good.
To Mott Street we go.
That's exactly what we did. I think that day in particular needed to be celebrated, because this guy worked his ass off to just put in a blazing performance on the record.
No, you guys really, it's really great. RS asked, who wrote the lyrics for the new joint? I mean, I know it's kind of, but is this an obvious question? Who wrote the lyrics to all this?
I mean, a lot of it's most of the stuff is from Roger. Roger would send us lyrics. We took stories from his book, which we did a lot on the last record, and we also did that as well too. So it's it's mostly the mind of Roger. You know what I mean? And then we all kind of collectively, place these lyrics into the music, and then but it's so we all kind of did it together, but it's definitely a lot of that comes from Roger. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The pace of the record, the pace of the record is really it moves, it's smooth. One song goes into another. You know what I mean? It's loud, it's fast. The pace is nice. Everything about this record, it's after Victim in Pain, this is my new favorite record.
Yeah, it's great. And I see is in the chat room, and here's another one of her couple of the great shots that she took that are in the package for the album. So really good.
It's a great picture.
Yeah. Good.
The only thing that sucks about it is I'm not in it. But
wait, I got. Wait, okay. Well, let's make up for that. Here, I got it. let's make up for it. We don't want to hurt anybody's feelings here
Yeah.
on the New York Hardcore Chronicles
Oh,
Live.
forget it.
There you go. There you go,
There you go.
superstar.
There
Right?
he goes.
Lizzie's jumping up in the air, Mike.
Yeah. Get my
Yeah.
fat ass up there. Hard
Yeah.
these days.
I guess that's in Europe, huh?
Yeah, On took these pictures. Yeah.
Is that look at it. Look at Gallo going through the Ampeg cab with that Ampeg head. Just
Yeah.
That's my favorite setup.
just crushing right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just plug into that thing and turn it up loud.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Fender P and that.
Yep.
That's it.
Absolutely. You know what? Let me ask Lori. Hey, Lori. Hi.
Hi.
Any favorites on this record?
I do have a bunch of favorites on this record. I love the song "Obey." I love the tone of it. I love the heaviness of it. Everything about it from beginning to end. And I also like Sunday Matinee.
Ah, yeah.
Love that
My
song.
favorite. Yeah.
Yeah, is it?
Yeah,
I
it
love
reminds
that
me of like
song.
when me and Roger used to get together and go there and meet everybody and everybody have fun. After the matinee, we go eat pizza.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
just, it brings me back. Every time I play that song, it just brings me right back into it.
It's a
Yeah.
feel good song, you know?
Yeah, it is. I like Hell to Pay. I hear a lot of Dijon in Hell to Pay.
Yeah. The opening track,
That-
Way of War, is awesome. And I feel like those two sides of it's like there's two kind of like vibes of this record, which I really like too. There's like this really, really heavy vibe, and then there's also like this melodic punk anthem vibe. So yeah, I really enjoyed it from beginning to end, and I can't wait to see you guys live.
So someone's like in a review like stated that Sunday Matinee was a love letter to CBGBs, and I couldn't like say that there was a more accurate way to describe the song, which it really is. It's an homage, it's an homage to those times in life. And you know what? If anybody, it's AF that really should be the one writing that letter.
For sure.
Absolutely, yeah. And like Eddie Medina says, he's never been to, a CBGB's matinee, but he said he felt like that song put him there. I like that comment. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, here's a little visual to go just to go with that.
But
I dug it.
by the way, Drew, Hell to Pay, that's one of Silverman's songs.
Is that right?
Yeah,
sir.
absolutely.
Wow.
Yep.
Huh? I'm wrong.
What?
I stand corrected. There you go. To go with the CBGB vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Outside one of the old.
Is that a record machine?
You would think so, right?
Right? It's kind of got.
It
His
kind
head.
of it looks that way.
It looks like record machine.
It's like all dudes. It's like
Nothing's
not
changed.
what's that?
Please,
Not
Lord,
a-
we need more women at our shows.
There's not a woman within a 10-block radius of the CBGB matinees. Wow, that's interesting. I had it pegged as a Dijon influence on that, but I love a lot of the stuff on it. It's and it's great too. As the record wears on, as it gets towards the end, it doesn't fall off.
No.
The last 4 tracks on the record are friggin' bangers.
Mm-hmm.
It's good.
Good. Roger came up with the sequencing
Yeah.
for the album, and like as far as like vision for like song direction and riffs, mood, lyrics. I mean, it's all team effort, and like sonically, I had a specific like idea in my head that like I wanted this album to have modern production, but not lose its authenticity of like however the band sounded throughout their discography. So by the time that was all said and done, I was shot. It was hard for me to pick like the sequence of the record, and Roger came up with it immediately. He put playlists together and switch songs back and forth and did it in more of a fan's perspective of how he would want to hear the record played front to back. Mm-hmm. And I think that combination of songs in sequence really keeps the album moving.
Chris Contos from Forbidden says sequence is everything. And I agree. I agree
Contos.
Contos, what's up?
I agree with that. I'm sort of the head sequencer in my band, and I'm all about sequencing. It's real important.
The pace. That's what it is. It's the pace of the record.
Yeah. I think sometimes those details are overlooked now in like the age of digital and CD and stuff like that. Whereas, when we had vinyl, you just had, unless you wanted to get up and change the needle and blah, 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 you listen to it the whole way through. And I think a lot of that art is lost. But this was, I agree, this record was perfect. Yeah.
Totally. That art was definitely lost. It's funny you said, I was thinking about that the other day. It was just like, back then, like, even if you weren't crazy about it, like,
yes, you sat through it.
You know what I mean? Like, all right, it'll be over. Even if it's just like everybody's so quick to like next song.
Right.
It's like a record was a record. It was an album. You listen to the whole album.
You know what by scratching it or something or whatever. You just listen to it. Yeah.
You know what I realized too in doing the show somewhat. There was that era when like CDs were out and people were recording to fit CDs, and for like. Certain bands would have 20 songs on a CD, 25 songs. And I always felt it was just too much. I just
fuck wants to listen to that. Yeah.
Not me, bro. Yeah. Not me. No, the new AF record's very palatable. I don't like losing. I do not lose interest in it.
Yeah. We actually, when the subject came up, we actually decided not to go with any intros, no musical intros, no interludes.
Wow.
We decided to keep the tracks tight together.
Yeah.
In spacing, where like there's some songs like not even a half a second goes by, and then boom, you're into the next song.
That's what I love about it, bro.
Yeah, so it's sort of like it's meant for you to put your foot down on the pedal and you don't let off until it's done.
Honestly, I think part of it, just for me speaking, man, there's so much noise out there and so much bullshit with people, carrying on that nowadays when I see a band or hear a band, I want to hear their music, man. I just want to bam, bam, bam. I just want to get hit 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what I'm here for.
I find myself sometimes skipping through long intros.
Yeah, of course.
Come on, let's get to it.
Yeah. What 100%. Let me take a sponsor break. And hey Sid, do you have a favorite song on the record? You ready? You guys ready for this?
No.
I don't
Sid,
know. Are you guys ready for it?
Hey.
Sid, you're on the clock. If you start going off and talking about the weather in Afghanistan, you're out. So what do you
Sid the Kid.
Sid, what do you like on the record, Sid?
Honestly, the second this record comes out with The Way of War, it just literally punches right through. You say it just, again, as even Dejan said, it's just totally nonstop, this record. The first 3 songs really do tell the tale of this record, and it just keeps going. To me, from hearing it I believe the first 2 or 3 times, and I really wanted to listen to it from front to back, definitely has the elements of Victim in Pain with that little sprinkle of Liberty and Justice, and how the band sounds today. It just really punches through, just from the guitar work, the production, and the bass. It all punches through, and it all just melds so well. And Mike did an amazing job on the production.
Thank you,
I
Sid.
mean,
Kid.
that's as quick as I could say, Drew, in under
I
2
agree,
minutes.
yeah.
You did, Sid. I commend you.
So that was perfect.
Hey, shouting out Walter Monster Ryan. What's up, man? Good to see you.
What up,
Yes, Sid.
Monster?
It's great. Hey, let me take a sponsor break, and we'll come back and we'll take another run at it and we'll go through the songs and we'll talk a little bit more about the production and what the future holds. I'll see you back here in a couple minutes, you guys. Let's see. Bye. Where are you guys? Bye. There you go. It's the New York Hardcore Chronicles Live. It's halftime. It's a bonus episode. Agnostic Front Echoes in Eternity. Let's do a sponsored break, and we'll come back and we'll continue on our journey. Since 1992, Generation Records has been a mainstay of the New York metropolitan area music scene. Today, they offer a diverse selection of new and used rock, jazz, indie, hip-hop, punk, hardcore, metal, blues, soundtrack, and reggae LPs, as well as t-shirts, posters, and other merchandise. They buy used record collections and music memorabilia and will pay you top dollar for them. House calls made for large collections in the tri-state area. Call or email generationrecords@gmail.com and follow them on Facebook and Instagram.
Will that be cash or in debt?
Do you mean debit?
Yes. Sorry. Another eternally satisfied customer.
Yo, what's happening? I'm out here at one of our all-ages Sunday matinees on the Bowery. I hope that you are enjoying today's show. I just want to let you know that the New York Hardcore Chronicles Live needs your support. Please step up. There is a Patreon page that has a lot of unique program. Shows are announced there first. Lots of good stuff. There's a PayPal address right there on the screen if you want to make a contribution. There's also a super chat function. You could do that, but the bottom line is this show exists because of your support. We're going to be doing it for a long, long time. Thank you for all your support through the years. Back to the show.
Conditioned by indoctrination, conditioned by society. You're a victim of the digital age, a 21st century casualty. Open your eyes, you're losing control. Open your eyes, put down the phone. Conditioned by misinformation, it's just the media telling us lies. Decipher fiction from the truth, society's slow and tragic demise. Open your eyes, you're losing control. Open your eyes, put down the phone. Everyone's got their fucking opinion.
And we're back. What's happening? New York Hardcore Chronicles Live. Bonus episode. Agnostic Front Echoes in Eternity. With our guests, the godfather of New York Hardcore, Vinnie Stigma, bass player Mike Gallo, and producer, hailing from Queens, Mike DeJean. Hey, I want to mention some upcoming shows this Sunday. Come on now. Bill Stevenson from Descendants, All, Black Flag, and Flag will be on the show. That's this Sunday. Everybody check in for that. A week after that, co-hosted by the one and only Lori Dawn. T.D. Verney will be on the show of Overkill. A week after that, Brian Fair of Shadows Fall. I promise we will not just talk about the Grateful Dead when he's on the show. Joe Kiley of DOA with Scott Crawford, director, Wednesday, April 15th, along with old friend Paul Rackman, producer, talking about the new documentary film. Wayne from Hatebreed on Sunday, April 19th. Gary Lucas from Captain Beefheart, Gods and Monsters, and Jeff Buckley. I'm not sure if this is going to happen. It's either going to be this or Jesse Malin. We're trying to sort that out, so don't get too hung up on that. Wednesday, April 29th, Curse Mackey is on the show. And then we're doing an ID show sort of like what we're doing today, doing the album in review with Tristan DeGraves, Will Romeo, drummer Mike Flattery. Zum is going to come on. That's Wednesday, May 6th. Just announced this the other day. Co-hosted by Joel Gustin, Greg Norton, formerly of Husker Du, currently of Ultra Bomb, will be on the show. So that's what's up with that. Also, hey, please support the show. There is the QR code right there. The best way to support the New York Hardcore Chronicles Live is on Patreon. If you can, it's a $2 tier, a $5 tier. Please, that's how we've been able to do this for 5 years. Actually going into the 6th year. I want to thank everybody. You know who I want to thank and shout out? I want to thank and shout out all the Facebook pages that let me post the show link on their page and get the word out there about the show. So all those people out there that have the Facebook pages, there's a lot of them. Every morning on a show day, I wake up at the crack of dawn and I'm posting on Facebook pages to get the link out there. So I want to thank all the people out there that run those Facebook pages. So thank you very much. That said, let's bring our guests back on. Let's bring on Senor Stigma along with Senor Gallo. And in a minute, we'll get Mike to show. Hey, somebody wants to say hello to you guys. Hey, unmute yourself.
Hi.
All right.
Wants to say hello.
What is that you?
Hey, unmute yourself.
You can't watch the show and be on the show at the same time, Mike. You got to close. Dejan. Yeah.
Bro, I need to get some Brazil nuts. You know what I mean? Look, I'm actually eating. See?
I know, but I'm hearing the show on delay in there.
How's that?
There you go.
Yeah.
Good Lord. Hey, a friend of ours wants to say hello. You ready? Come on now, George, 126 Clothing. What's going on?
Hello.
How are you?
Hey. What's up, George?
Good to see you guys. All good, sir. And yourself?
Yeah, everything's good. Hey, everybody out there. This is George. He's been on before. This is George, one of our great sponsors of the show. Hey, George, tell us about what it's like to be out there, out on the road in Europe with these guys. You know these guys. You love these guys, right?
Of course. Not a single boring moment with these guys. Can't wait to do it again.
Where are you now, George? In Germany or Greece?
No, I'm Greece.
Greece.
I have very rare 3 months of touring. Never happened in 4 years.
That you're off the road?
Yeah. 3
Wow.
months off the road. Crazy. I don't know what to do.
He's been out with you a lot, huh, Gallo?
Yeah, he's been our merch guy for how many years now?
7?
Yeah, 6, 7 years. Yeah, before COVID.
Yeah.
Just before. No, yeah.
Yeah.
7 years. Like 11 tours or something.
Wow. Yeah. It's unreal.
That's
George
great,
is
man.
a pleasure on the road.
Yeah, what a great guy to be on the road with. You know, you don't know anybody till you go on the road. You say, yeah, he's a good guy. He's a good guy. Spend 2 months with him on a bus, you want to choke him. Georgie, the best. He's a friend, first of all. He's
Thank
a
you,
brother,
Vinnie.
you know? Besides the greatest merch guy in the world.
It's important as we get older to be out there with people that you like and love, man. It's
always got a smile on his face, always positive, always a hug, you know? I love him so much, man. He's a good guy. Good to see you, George.
Yeah.
Good to see you, Vinnie.
George, you like the new record?
It's awesome.
Yeah.
I think it's the best of the last 3, at least.
Yeah, it's great.
Think so too.
Yeah, there's I want to show you something if I can find it. There is special for this occasion. Here it is. Have you seen the Agnostic Front Echoes in Eternity Hardcore Legends trading card? Check that out.
No, I haven't seen that one.
Ooh,
Look at that, huh?
nice.
That's cool.
Oh, where's that picture from?
I don't know.
What is it? What is this? What is this with the arms? What is this? What is this? An arm convention?
Yeah.
What is this? A tough guy convention?
I got the French cut on my sleeve.
Gallo winning with the vest.
Yeah.
That's
Must have got Phil Cavano or something.
That's the front, and the back is really great. Check out the back. Good work, Josh, on this one. Really good.
I haven't seen this one yet.
I think you just the back is great. It's got all the great information on it.
Oh wow.
Yep. So I thought this was right too, Dejan. Echoes in Eternity clocks in at 26 minutes, 22 seconds, and features 14 new songs. Is there something that's not titled or something? I thought it was 14, no?
No, it's 15 songs.
15 songs,
15 songs. Like I don't know who. Everybody's got their own. Everybody's got their own idea of how what it clocks in at, but it's either at 28 or right under 28, but it's 15 tracks.
I see.
I'm looking at it on Apple Music. It says 15 tracks, 27 minutes.
Okay, Josh says I think it's 15 songs. I think I missed one. I'm sorry, Drew. It's okay. It's okay, man. Hey, shouting out Chris from Rikers. What's up, man? Familiar looking people.
Prost.
Familiar looking people. Cheers to all of them. Record came out dope. It's time for a new barbecue.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Chris does the best barbecues ever.
Yeah. It's a gun show. That's funny. With the arms. It's a gun show.
Chris is coming in for the straight ahead shows.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, he's staying with me. So like, see you soon, brother.
We'll see you. We'll see you when you come to town. Robert in Scotland says George is brilliant. I love meeting up with him at the merch desk. Hi, George.
Hey, Rob. How you doing?
Yeah. Good stuff. Is Zeus coming up? No. I didn't actually reach out to Zeus. More is not better. Talk about Zeus's role in all this, Mikey.
Okay, so during the we didn't have a clear cut mix engineer, picked out on right until we had actually finished tracking in entirely, because we wanted to see what direction the record was going sonically. And we wanted to make a decision based on, what style of mix engineer would suit the songs after they were done. There were names floated out there who were all, stellar engineers, but Roger just spit Zeus's name out of his mouth, and I banged my hand right on the table. I was like, "Call him now." And he called him right then and there. And Zeus agreed to, fit us into his busy schedule and mix the record. So, he and I had a long conversation before he started the work. And he basically told me, he goes, listen, you seem to have had a clear cut, idea and vision sonically for it. He goes, I'll just take what you did and just expand on it and make it just sound huge. And I was like, go have at it. That's exactly what what we want. So as he would start sending me mixes, they were just sounding better and better. And he nailed the entire record on just 3 or 4 passes. And at the end, wow. As we were getting down to the wire, and and he, and you could ask all the guys that, Vinnie said it best, that like I even nitpick myself as to where like, I had combed over so many different parts of the album that like there was just nothing left to do. It was just like, I think it was ready to go. And then, when it was finally set and done, we delivered it to the label and they just answered back, wow, this sounds amazing. Like Zeus and I decided that at some point we're going to get together and we're going to have a drink. He'll drink what he's drinking. I'll have my water. And we're going to like actually celebrate like this album coming out incredible on a production end, so like
does Zeus at this point really just mix? Does he just mix at this point?
No, he produces records as well.
Yeah,
because he works on, he does film scores now. He works heavily with Rob Zombie, doing his music and like, and film scores for him. He's there's something he's working on now I can't really talk about, that he was actually fitting us in between those sessions. And he's like, he does, multiple roles in the recording process. So like,
hey, I saw you pulled in some of the young guns to do background vocals. Who did background vocals on the record?
So that was another thing where like emphasizing bringing in young blood to do the backing vocals just added to the intensity and energy to the album. And I feel like us connecting with frontmen, vocalists from the New York scene and the Long Island scene, really was a full circle moment of the old guard and the new guard. You know what I mean? Like, it's an AF album, but these kids are chanting along on it. And these are the kids that are going to carry the flag for hardcore in the future. So we have Sebastian Paba from Regulate on backing vocals. We have Andrew Vacante from Combust. And we have John Scanlon, who is the he does all the Amityville shows. Like he's a big promoter, but like he plays in multiple bands.
And there's two Dijons on there. Those your nephews?
No, those are my cousins. Actually, they're my younger cousins.
Wow.
Yes, and they they're sort of part of the AF family now too, because like they're both like excellent. This is Devin and Dylan Dijon, my cousins. They're my father's brother's kids. But they're
father's brother's kids. Yeah. Okay. Got it.
So we're first cousins, and
wow.
We've connected. They play in bands. They shred, and they've sort of joined the hardcore family, and they're both great techs. They actually work on all of Agnostic Front's guitars and bass. They just like set up Craig's guitars. They worked on Gallo's bass at Disturbing the Peace. And they came in on the fly and did some backing vocals for us as well. Cool. As well as their friend Nick Valero, who plays in a band called Waver out in Long Island. So it was all young guns.
Good.
And Gallo is directed traffic in the vocal booth.
Is that right, Gallo? You were the sort of
the old bag in the mix.
No, the background vocals. Wait, Lori Dawn, excuse me. What was that?
No, it was just that was a nice touch. I like that, bringing in like some younger guns for that.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, very cool. Very cool.
There's an art to background vocals in these kind of bands, right, Mike Gallo? Like. More is not better either. You want to have people like we've all made that mistake. Like, let's just bring in a million, and then it's just a mess. So want guys, right?
Yeah.
Right.
You could tell when it's all old bags. Let's just say that.
It's that gang vocal thing that everybody's like it's a manga bagats, you know.
These guys like laid in 6 or 7 backing vocal tracks per part.
Yeah.
And they sounded stronger and stronger. And because they're all great, vocalists in their own regard, we were able to do it more efficiently. Yeah. And like I said, it just brought the energy level, way higher, and just added on and complemented to everything else going on.
Yeah, it's tight. Gallo, any favorites on the record? Any tracks that you really love that in retrospect?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot, to be honest with you. I think my favorites are, Sunday Matinee is just fucking, I don't know. Playing that song live every night was actually really great. I think it's even better live. It's all hardcore music is, but that's one that definitely stands out. I like Divided. I love Matter of Life and Death. Shots Fired. It's really and it's another song that I love even more now since we played it live, is You Say. You know what I mean? Like, I always liked it, but playing it live, it's a live song. You know what I mean? I have a different respect for the song now because it's so much fun to play live. That's one that really came off. Like, the two that really came off the best live was You Say and Sunday Matinee.
It's interesting how when you go through the process of making a record, there's songs that seem like front runners, and then they fall to the back of the pack, and you're sort of like, you take them for granted or whatever, and then the record comes out and people attach them, people love certain and then that song that you sort of kind of like then that comes to the front and it has a new life. It's one of the really exciting things about putting a record out. Seeing what resonates with people.
Like, the best thing that I love about this record is, like, normally, like, somebody, you put out a record and everyone's like, most people are like, I like this one, I like this one. Everybody I talk to has a different opinion, like, on which song they like best.
A story of Lou says, Skip the Trial is my personal fave.
That's George's favorite.
Is that right?
Yep.
Interesting. Stigma, you got any favorites on there?
Sunday Matinee is my favorite.
Yeah.
But I love them all, and Shots Fired and Divided. It's I don't know. Like I said, the pace takes me away. Like, I get swept out to sea with it.
It's a good listen from front to back.
Hey, Deshaun, Roger's vocals are really what's the word I'm looking for? They're really great, but they're really sharp. They're really you can make them out really well.
Yeah.
Was there any special approach or any care or any sort of attitude going into Roger's vocals on this record?
Well, again, like I had said before, that being like we're all like remote to each other.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Roger hadn't sang any of those songs until he tracked them for real in the studio. So, like, I flew to Phoenix twice in 2 separate sessions over the course of 2 weeks, and we just meticulously went through every tune, made sure that Roger one was comfortable with the delivery of how the songs were worded. So just say we had full songs written, collectively, going into the studio, certain words project better than others. So we were changing things on the fly.
Sure.
To make it sound as strong and audible as possible.
Sure.
And so in terms of like Roger was really up to the task, and
he kills it.
And you could ask anybody in the band throughout the whole process. I made somebody uncomfortable at least once, during the, trying to, get the point across or, in terms of, getting someone outside their comfort zone to get a good take out of them. So, I got to give it to Roger that he preserved his voice as hard, as best as he could, and kept belting out tracks until they were strong, audible, and cohesive to the songs. He sounds incredible on this album.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, and I got to give shout outs to the tracking engineer who Byron Filson from Villain Studios in Phoenix, who really set a mood for Roger and I to work together and just keep everything even keel to get through putting in I would say an incredible vocal performance on Roger's part.
Yeah, Roger is an old pro at this point. He's done it many times. So he's not finding his way around the studio. He knows what he's doing, and he really and yes, they're articulated. That's right. That's the word. The vocals, the lyrics are articulated, enunciated, really good. I'm a bit of an old school hardcore dude. Like the hardcore that I love is the early stuff, and what really spoke to me early on was bands like Minor Threat and bands like that, where you could really hear the words, and later on things changed. I know vocal styles changed, different influences came in, but the stuff that's near and dear to my personal heart is the early stuff where emphasis was put on really enunciating the words and hearing the words in the song.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Yeah, that's the stuff. That's the stuff I love.
And another thing is the other band members, they play instruments, right? So if you break a stick, you change a stick. If the strings go dead, you change the strings, right? If your hands are tied, you take a break and then you get back to it. Roger's instrument are his vocal cords. So, he's belting out emotionally driven, lyrics and trying to, pace himself to get through a recording in a small time window. Yeah. So, there were points where I'm pushing him, to just get more intensity on a track, knowing at some point his voice is going to give out.
Yeah.
And, so those were the ups and downs of those sessions, and where you could really, where it shines is that urgency in his voice, because there's one track, Evolution of Madness. It was we had to get it done. It was the last track of the day, and his voice was cracking a little bit. And so now he's like, oh, fuck this. And he was so mad when he tracked the song. You could hear a little bit of that crack going on the song, but it sounds so great. We left it because it just sounds like he's really fucking angry. And I think coming in and doing it the next day wouldn't have had the same intensity.
Sure.
So and you got to remember too, Roger's coming off of being sick, being on tour, being sick on tour, for him to regroup and get healthy and put a performance like that in is incredible.
Yeah, 100%. And I'm sort of taken aback now that I'm hearing how the whole record was put together, how really cohesive the record sounds. I was listening to it initially thinking, wow, it really feels like, you guys were really together, did it all together. And now you're telling me that this was done here and that was done there. and it really sounds cohesive. It really, sometimes you hear records, especially nowadays, and it's just it really sounds and feels apparent. Like you could tell this guy did this on his laptop. That guy sent it over here to do this. This guy did it. Oh, the drums were done. And
or sometimes it just sounds a little bit too clean, you know, a little bit too clean, a little bit too overproduced. You know, there's a balance, you know, and I think that this record has that by leaving in little things like that, you know, and leaving in a little bit of grit in the tone and things like that. So yeah, I think it meets that.
Also, you know, when you bring an assassin in like Zeus, yeah, I mean that guy's a fucking assassin.
Sure.
I mean, right? I mean that guy's no joke. I mean he's fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
He's fantastic.
There's one funny thing I'd like to say.
Please,
I thought it was pretty fucking hysterical. So Alex, he's from a band called Last Hope. He did a lot of tour managing with us and stuff. He actually tour manages Knock Loose now. He gave a really funny description of the record, and I thought it was hilarious.
Oh yeah,
very fitting. He said it sounds like, he goes, it's so together, and so he's like, it sounds like Agnostic Front if they were in good shape. It's amazing.
That's great. That's great.
Yeah. He told me it sounds like AF works out.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, don't forget Roger's vocals. His voice changed over the years too. You know.
Right.
You know, like the same thing when we did Madball when Freddie was like 12 years old. You know, you hear a little kid's voice. It's so cuts through the music. You know, with the heavy guitars and that voice that from a little child cuts through the music. Same thing with Roger. Roger's first impression with his voice was that yell. Yeah. When he did that, I'm like, do more of that. That to me was Roger, you know, and I've seen him go to. Sometimes he would get a little muddy sometimes on records or whatever, you know. But this record, he just nailed it, man.
I think as you get older, you kind of gravitate to the stuff that you do well, right? I mean, I know as a vocalist, like I gravitate now to the stuff that I know I can do that sounds good, that I do well. I know what works, what I'm good at, and what works. And as you get older, I think for the most part, you gravitate towards that. And also as a vocalist, like you mentioned, Dejan, you don't want to hurt yourself either. You have to go with what's the good way to put it? You don't want to hurt yourself. Is what I'm saying.
Well, he does go with what works well for him, but he was willing to go outside of his boundaries, outside his comfort zone, and like experiment with doing certain melody lines that he normally wouldn't do. That he was open, he was open to the suggestion, and also accepting like musically like songs that we were submitting that wouldn't necessarily be in an AF song, that like you like trusting that all these songs are going to gel together in a way where they sound diverse but cohesive to each other. So like George had mentioned Skip the Trial, right?
Yeah.
You wouldn't normally like hear a song like that in an AF song, but you're putting the riffs together and the way Roger sounds on it, it all ties in and sounds like AF in the end. So I got to give him like kudos for being like open to that one.
Sure.
And then and another song with it, which I would say is my favorite and Roger's favorite on the record, is Divided, which is more of a slow and anthemic song that was like to me like my like inspiration on say musically on that song was like goes back to like Social Distortion, You know, so and it has like a very pleasant melodic lead in it, and like songs like that, I think really like push the album over the edge. So
Cool.
but it does take all the members in the band to take it somewhere where maybe you weren't ready to go, performance wise and stylistically.
Well, that's why you get the big bucks as a producer, Deshaun, because you have the ability to do that, and you have the ability to do that with your friends, which is great.
Yeah. I mean, we're always together, like the album, like we're saying, yeah, well, this guy was here, like everyone's all over the place. Yes, when we're not on tour. But we're always on tour together. So the entire process from the day we talked about doing it till the day the album was delivered was 16 months of work nonstop.
Yeah.
Between writing, rehearsing, production, recording,
sure.
Mixing, delivering the record. So and for me, like it's been one of the most rewarding experiences of my life to be able to, contribute to the legacy of this band.
Right on. Hey, I got to take a quick sponsor break. We're going to take some questions from around the world. I want to bring a quick guest on to say hello. He's right. Of course, he's my neighbor. He's right down the street from me. We're going to talk about a little bit later on when you guys are done, but I wanted to bring him on to say hi. Howie Abrams. What's up,
fellas?
Yeah.
What's happening?
Hello.
This is a great episode, Drew. I've never heard you do something where you guys went so in depth about one album.
Oh, thank you.
Very
Thanks,
interesting, man. And I'm glad Mike DeJean's getting his flowers on this one because he killed it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Howie.
Yeah, I enjoy. We should do this some more. I was thinking about. We should do it some more. Any thoughts on the record, former A&R guy?
I'm not just blowing smoke, with Mike. I think he really did an incredible job. I think one of the best things about it is it sounds like a band playing. I feel like a lot of albums these days, it really does sound like the studio trickery is taking over. And I'm not a big fan of that. And I feel like all the drum sounds are the same these days, and it just doesn't have a feel to it. And I feel like this album really does have a feel to it. And going back to something Vinnie, said earlier about the track with DMC, when I first heard that they were going to do it, I'm like, oh no, like that could go south so quickly.
True.
As far as like becoming like a rap metal thing, like Vinnie said. And I love that the band brought him in to their world in a way that he had to fit into AF, and that they weren't looking for a rap verse per se from DMC.
It's funny you should say that because Gallo, when I mentioned before that I'm the one that put DMC in touch with you guys, when he first got in touch with me, I reached out to Roger and I was like, hey, do you want me to give this guy your number? Because exactly what Howie said, like it could go a couple ways. And
you ain't kidding. I was scared to death.
Yeah.
In 2025, that's not like a new idea, but it turned out to be a great idea.
Yeah. Hey, Steven, you got any favorites on this record? Hey, let's make it a party.
Hey,
any favorites? Any favorites on the record?
I actually have to go with the opener and the DMC track. Really, are probably the ones that I have the most heavy rotation on. I just, I just kind of play it, when I'm walking, and it's really is a beautiful sounding record, and I would especially like building up to the coming off of the 70th birthday party and everything. I just really kind of deep dove into it at that point, and I just especially I don't want to sound like this far into their career, but the fact that they're still making, they still have such a high bar that they set. I think the whole
I love that you guys talked earlier about sequencing too, because like as somebody who had to work with bands to help make their records for years, it was always a thing at the end, like where the band was like, okay, well, now how do we put all this together? And I learned from the school of bands like Iron Maiden, who I thought were like masters of sequencing albums. And their albums were roller coasters. So you start with the banger, you have a great transitional song, the song that's meant to be, the single is third, and then fourth is kind of, you can noodle a little bit. And the fifth song was to wind down side A, right? And then you would do it all over again because you really were sequencing for two sides of an album. Like this AF album isn't so much a roller coaster, but it flows really well from tempo changes and things like that, and just the approach of the songs. And I think that's another thing that the guys nailed with this thing.
Yeah, very interesting. That's what we were saying before. Yeah, very interesting.
Hey, before we go on a break here, I want to do one thing. 3, 6, 7, 8. Let's just make it a full boat. Right? Let's just. I don't think this is. It doesn't get. I've never had this many people on the show.
This is fucking. This is Hollywood Squares. What the fuck?
I'll take Sid the Kid for old shitty hardcore bands.
Let's go dig up Paul Lynn.
All right. Hey, listen, I got to take a sponsor break. George, it was great seeing you. Thank you so much, George.
Hey, man.
Good luck out on the road. Good luck out on the road with our friends, and thank you so much for being a sponsor for the show for so long. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll talk to you soon. Sid, be careful out there. It's a cruel world, okay? All right. Steven, all right. We'll see you soon. Howie, by the way, Howie's going to come back on when we're done with the AF guys, and Howie's going to talk to me and Lori about his new film, Heavy Healing, and the screenings that are coming up. Howie, I'll see you in a bit.
Yeah, and if Stigma wants to stay on for a few because he's in the movie, that's up to him.
Okay, we'll do that. All right, Lori, I'll see you in a few. I'll see everybody in a few. Let me do a last sponsor thing, and there you go. That's right. You have been and you are watching the New York Hardcore Chronicles Live. We are sponsored by blah, 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 and Minty Fresh Presents. They're a promotion company that put on hardcore metal shows at Locals Bar in Manalapan, New Jersey. Founded by Chris Gullis of Bulldoze and Frankie DeAngelis of Silence Equals Death, the shows are all ages with plenty of free parking. The kitchen's open all night and the bar until 2 a.m. If you're a band looking to play and you don't totally suck, or if you do suck but draw a fuckload of people, reach out to them at mintyfreshpresents@gmail.com. Ticket pre-sales for events are available at mintyfreshnewjersey.com. Check them out on Instagram at mintyfreshnj and help spread the word to support DIY hardcore metal in central New Jersey. Minty Fresh Presents. Last, but certainly not least, She Devil's Coven is a prominent female-owned business based out of Wallingford, Connecticut. Owner Rachel King Keys comes in full force, being extremely versatile and multi-talented as a candle maker, traveling makeup artist, and event planner. She's established her identity as unique across the map since 2020. Be sure to catch her on May 3rd and 4th, debuting her biggest show yet, selling her goods in New York City at the world-famous makeup show located at the Metropolitan Pavilion at 115 West 18th Street. Be sure to give her a follow on Instagram and Facebook at She Devil's Coven. That said, hey, want to mention a couple of upcoming events that we have. Speaking of Minty Fresh, the Kelly Kell benefit with Fury of 5 headlining is April 4th out in Manalapan, New Jersey at Locals. Stephen Messina, the one, the only. Stephen Messina, there he is. If you're wondering what his place looks like when he's not around, there it is. The one, the only. Stephen Messina is playing at Kate's of Smithstown on Friday, April 10th. Back at at the A7, the birthplace of New York hardcore, now known as Niagara. We are doing our free 16-plus Sunday matinees. Sunday, April 12th, Rebelmatic, Fulano, Tree, Catching Hell, and Oedipus Triple Rex. Come on down. Bring the wife. Bring the booger-eating kids. You're all welcome. ID is playing our first record release show at the Meat Locker. Excuse me. In Montclair, New Jersey. Daily Grind presents April 17th, New Jersey. Record release show, Incendiary Device, Chemical X, Indie Ivid, and Scary Hours. Lori Dawn will talk about this. We're also playing Creep Fest down in Philly. 3-day Creep Fest. We're playing with Bad Luck 13. Excited about that one. That said, what else? Blah, 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 blah. Our first show in Tompkins Square Park is going to be Saturday, May 23rd. With Methyscopolis, Incendiary Device, The Phoenix Within, and Starcar featuring Sab Gray, formerly of Iron Cross. This is the same day as the second day of the Black and Blue Ball, but this is going on in the afternoon, so it is mandatory that you are there. Questions you may have for our guests regarding the new Agnostic Front record, Echoes in Eternity, please post them now. Now is the time for your questions. Go deep. Get weird. That said, post your questions. That said, let me get on the gang. Here we go. Vinnie Stigma, Mike Gallo, Mike DeJean. You all right, DeJean?
He's in another world.
What's going on, man? You're muted. Unmute yourself. What are you doing? Are you?
What am I doing?
What were you doing there?
I'm talking to Sophie.
Oh,
I'm at her place.
Sorry.
Oh. Hey, Sophie, come on now.
Drew says what's up.
Hey, Sophie. Hey,
hi.
Let's do a couple questions.
Hi,
Sophie. How you doing? Let's do a couple questions, and let's go with this one first. Dylan asks, are there any countries that AF hasn't toured in 45 years and still want to play one day? Gallo?
Not really. We've been everywhere. I mean, there's a lot of places. I mean, I've never been to China. I don't know if I want to go there, but I'll go anywhere. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. Stigma. Where else?
Well, in America, Alaska or Hawaii.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
I like to do Johannesburg, South Africa.
Yeah.
Maybe a little Jerusalem. We haven't been there. I'm dying to go there.
That's the spirit.
Yeah. A few other places, sure.
Yeah.
We're off to Jakarta soon. On May 2nd, we're playing Jakarta. And but the South, somebody's got something going on over there.
Yeah, it's DeJean. I'll mute him. DeJean, I'm going to mute you when you're not talking, just because there's a lot of background noise.
Yeah, but Southeast Asia is a tough place to tour because you got to fly everywhere. You're in Manila,
right.
You're in Thailand. It's not like North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Florida. You know what I mean? So it's a rough one to tour down that way.
Yeah.
But it's adventurous, and it's you should do it at least once.
Yeah, I'd like to do Hawaii for sure. Hawaii's definitely.
You think?
Why not?
You think?
Beautiful.
What's a place that you see now? What is this? Is this what are these dates, Gallo? Are these the European Fest dates? What is this?
Yes, these are the dates that we're playing in Europe. Weekends of the festivals during the week of the club shows.
I see. So let me ask you, starting with you, Stigma. after all these years, whenever you get like the tour itinerary, is there a place or a couple places that you see and you go, oh yeah, like
right now I'm looking at Hellfest.
Right.
It's in Burgundy in France. That's the Valley of the Grapes, where it gets really hot in the day and cold at night. But man, there's like 180,000 people or something like that over there.
Right.
You know, and I love doing that. I know a lot of my friends, and I look through the things, and sometimes I see clubs or festivals that I play, and I know people, I know the promoters, you know what I mean? So and sometimes I see something I don't know, but then I wind up there like, I know this place.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah, right. You know, but awesome.
Yeah. Gallo, any place you like, it's on the far side of the world that you just, after all these years, you just love going there?
I mean, like, honestly, Berlin is just, every time we play there, it's just, it's incredible.
Yeah.
It's always great. You know what I mean? I really love Czech Republic. It's a really amazing place. If anybody has a chance to like check out the city in Czech Republic, it's pretty incredible. One place
go ahead.
One place I would really love to go back to was Bali. That was an incredible experience. That was really just I don't know. There was something about the vibe. It was an incredible day, an incredible show, incredible night. Like I always say, that's one place I would love to go back to. I would love to go back to Japan. You know,
when I think of Berlin, I almost think of Agnostic Front. I mean, Agnostic Front has such a rich history in Berlin. All the work you did with MAD and Cortex, and Berlin is almost synonymous with Agnostic. What is this one? Is this Hellfest? What is this? Or Louder Than Life?
Louder Than Life. That's in Kentucky, I believe, right?
Good God! Look what's going on here. I mean, this is bananas.
Yeah, I believe we're playing the day we're playing. I think it's Blood for Blood, us, Madball,
H2O.
H2O. Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, Blood for Blood, Agnostic Front, Madball, H2O. Yep. The same day. Yeah. Same day as Limp Bizkit.
Wow.
That probably does the GDP of Louisville for the whole year.
Yeah, right.
Right?
Yeah. Wow, look at this incredible bands. You look at things like this and you're like, wow. But truth be told, in a situation like this, right, fellas, basically when you're playing, you come in, you play, and you leave. It's not like you could see, hey, Pantera's, Iron Maiden's playing 2 nights before us. You never get a chance to see that, right?
Most of the time, yeah.
Most of the time, yeah.
Yeah. Most of the time. You come in, you go backstage, you see whoever's in the little backstage world, you play, and then you're on your way to the next show.
Yeah, it's true. It's really true.
Yeah,
it really is.
Yeah, that's kind of how it goes. Okay, let me see. Last call for questions. Something about the new record. Go deep, get weird. Post your questions. Let's go. Let's see what else we got here. Glasgow is. I don't know what that means. Connecticut needs Agnostic Front. It's been a while.
That's for sure.
You know what we need?
Is great.
Listen, Connecticut, let me tell you something. Be happy you got fucking Hatebreed, all right?
Yeah.
Kings of Connecticut.
Yeah. All right. So just one thing, Mike Gallo, what's going on? What's this about?
Big festival that I'll be having. I think that every year they have a section where they have like a little art gallery, And so every year they do this. I work with these people, punk rocker paintbrushes, who are awesome. We just did a thing with the Dropkick Murphys last week. This is Rockville. I believe this is in Florida. And I'm going to be, a lot of my artwork will be there along, like Charlie Benante, Chad Smith, Dave Navarro, amongst many of these other people you see here. So it's pretty awesome. Punk Rock and Paintbrushes is really great. It really helps. They bring my art all over the states. It's pretty amazing. It's a pretty awesome thing to be part of.
Yeah, it's a cool traveling art show.
Were you there for the Dropkick Murphys one?
I wasn't, but I was there for the Camp Punk one last year.
Oh yeah.
So they had it, and it's a really cool thing that they do. They travel around to all these festivals and bring art to the people.
Yeah.
So, and they've got some great artists, and it's not all. I like the price points. I thought the price points were good. They were all over the place, but some of the art was very accessible. So that's a good thing that they do too with it. So yeah.
Sure. Mike, do you get a chance to do any art on the road, Mike, or is on the road just survival and playing?
Well, in Europe, I do a lot of graffiti.
Yeah,
it's really amazing.
I'm just out of Puerto Rico, and I sent you that picture, Mike.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome because I get to tag my name all over the world.
Yeah,
that's
it's
cool.
A lot of fun, and I
That's
get people
cool.
sending me pictures like, "Hey, I was just here. I seen your piece there. I see your piece there." So a lot of friends bring me cans on the road, and it's just, especially in Europe, it's a great time killer. It's it's a lot of fun. I love it. I get to stay creative all the time. In the States, you're working, man. It's when you're on tour in Europe, it's like vacation. When you're on tour in the States, it's like working construction.
It makes sense.
So,
a
lot of driving. Just it's wild,
We got a last in Europe, so it's like
Yeah.
you have free time. You land there, everything's there.
Yeah.
Um,
And are you working on anything new, Mike, with your art?
Well, yeah, no, I'm home for a couple months, so I plan on
Okay.
making a lot of new stuff. So that's for sure.
Great. Yeah, we're looking
I
forward
haven't
to
had
having
time to. Been on the road for the past 2 years.
Yeah. Well, we're looking forward to having some pieces up at Bridge 9.
Yeah.
So yeah, at the Bridge 9 art market. That's happening in April. So we'll get
forward to that.
get some stuff. Yeah.
Where is that? Why don't I have that? Where is that?
Check. You blasted by it before.
I did.
Yeah, it's the one with the flower and the barn. So
Boom.
yeah, but we're gonna have. Yep.
There you go.
Yeah, I have to add. This is the old one. There's new names added on. So but Mike Gallo's stuff is gonna be there, and along with Timmy Tanka and Michelle Morgan, Jeff Howlett with the tintype portraits again. So that's on Record Store Day up at Bridge 9. Bring some extra cash, and
I gotta get a tintype done.
That's something. Those work really, really well if you have light eyes. It really. They almost.
You know what that is, Dejan? The tintype thing. It's like he has like some ancient old technology camera, like the old westerns, like Billy the Kid, like from the 1800s. It's like a tintype. It's called a tintype, and they're like the old school, like the picture of Billy the Kid that you see. He's somehow got one of these things working, and he does.
If you have lighter eyes, the light really picks it up and almost makes you like the color part of your eyes look like white.
Oh wow,
very dramatic.
amazing.
Very dramatic. Yeah.
Pretty cool. All right. So that said, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the new album is Agnostic Front Echoes in Eternity. It is out now. Our guests today have been guitarist Vinnie Stigma, bass player Mike Gallo, and producer Mike Dejan. It is a fantastic record. I highly recommend it. As an old school hardcore dude, I really enjoyed it. I want to thank you guys for coming on the show. It was great. You guys are always welcome. I love you guys. Gallo, we'll start with you. Anybody you want to thank? Anybody you want to shout out?
No. Shout out to my band. I don't know. Shout out to everybody. You know me. It's all love.
Yeah, right. Dijon, how about you?
Actually, I want to shout out the producers before me and the school that I learned from. So like I come from like the Tom Soares, producing school where like he like really focuses on performance and intensity and meticulousness in the recording process. And so without guys like Tom Soares, my old partners in Atomic Recording Company and the Wild Arctic Studios, Dean Baltalonis, who I learned so much from, and my consigliere Matt Henderson, who who I looked up to just for his meticulousness in with his guitar playing and in the recording studio, because we were partners together in that studio, and my mentor AJ Novello, who gave me an opportunity to get into this music by selling me my first guitar and being sort of a big brother to me throughout my musical life. And he was very meticulous in the studio, and he's very like driven by performance. So
and there's a Tom Soares connection there as well, right?
Yes,
didn't Tom Soares engineered, I think, those Leeway records and Normandy Sound, correct?
All the great classic New York hardcore you've heard from Normandy Sound is through through his ears and his fingers. So I want to thank those guys, and most of all my brothers in AF for like just giving me an opportunity to create something in my opinion is like one of the best pieces of music I've ever worked on in my life. And you could say what you want about the production of this or that. Every single person in this band worked their ass off. This is, there's no smoke and mirrors here. Each guy played their hearts out on this album to the best of their ability and beyond, if they were pushed that way. So I want to thank my brothers in AF. Thank you, Drew. Thank you, Lori.
Yeah. Hey, Beer Truck, what's up, man? You've been watching the whole show? Wow. Right on. Mike, you and these other guys have a lot to be proud of. It is really a great record and a great accomplishment.
Thank you.
Fantastic. And on, everybody who was a part of it, and Mike, I'm sure you're getting ready for your incredible life as a producer, because the calls are going to be coming in. Everyone's going to want Mike Dijon to produce their record.
Yep.
So
they should.
They should.
Yeah.
If the universe arranges it.
Yeah. All right, Mike Dijon, Mike Gallo. I'll see you guys later. Take care.
Later.
All right. There you go. Stigma, you got to go. You want to hang out a minute? And you got a minute?
Yeah, I got a minute. I'm just going to order some Chinese food. I haven't eaten.
All right. We'll make it
I want
quick.
to give my shout outs to Howie Abrams, Silver Rush, 126, my friend George, you and Lori. You guys are the best. I want to thank Steve Messina and Sid the Kid and everybody's part of the show and everybody that chimes in, Chris Cantos, everybody.
Thank you.
We know who you are, and we love you, and thank you for being part of this here scene.
Yeah. General Tso's chicken, is that what you're ordering?
I don't know. I'm hanging out with a vegetarian, so I got to eat.
Right. We'll bank through this. Howie, tell us about what's going on with your film Heavy Healing. I see that there are some screenings coming up.
Yes, sir. So, Vinnie is in the film. I'll give you just a quick little background on it. As you know, including Vinnie's, I've worked on a bunch of books, and a good friend of mine named Seth Abrams, who I'm not legally related to, came to me with a book idea. Long story short, very healthy guy. He had an aortic aneurysm, which is basically a heart bleed. And he was in the hospital getting patched up. And 3 weeks into his hospital stay, he's going home, and he winds up having a stroke that partially paralyzed him on one side. And he used a suicidal tendency song, You Can't Bring Me Down, as his rallying cry to recuperate. And that was something he played over and over and over again. He has since met Mike Muir, and they've talked about it. And it's like, that became his thing. And he's like, God, there's so many people we know who are music related, whether they're musicians or fans or whatever, who've gone through something and used this music that we were told growing up isn't even music, as, recovery tool. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, I don't think this is a book. I think it's a movie. And I think that the value of people telling their stories on film is going to be better and stronger than a book. So 3 non-filmmakers, myself and Seth and Jamie York, who decided to come together and make this film. And Vinnie was one of the people that I remembered from doing the book that had been through a whole cancer ordeal. And so I interviewed in the film, among a lot of people, Vinnie and Jimmy G together, because he had his whole stricture situation. And so obviously Vinnie and Jimmy together is just a priceless situation that I couldn't refuse. So basically we interviewed them together, and Vinnie tells the story of his health ordeal there. Jimmy tells his, and then, we have Lou Kohler telling the story through his initial remission. And then we have the last ever interview with Eddie Sutton Pomponio from Leeway before he passed away. We have Alexa's story in there. Lots of other people. Jimmy Hazel from 24/7 Spies. Jarrett from Bowling for Soup. Adam from H2O. Mike from I Hate God. A lot of people in the film. So we're just starting to get underway. And we have we did 1 screening already in Connecticut, and we have 4 coming up in the month of April that I wanted people to know about. And the first one is on April 11th at the Punk Rock Flea Market in Edison, New Jersey. So it's free to see the film with admission to the flea market. And the guy who runs the flea market, Joseph, is being gracious enough to donate $2 from every ticket to Lou Kohler's Sweet Relief Fund. So he gets 3,000 to 6,000 people at this thing over the weekend. So it's pretty incredible. So he's going to donate a really nice amount of money. And then on April 18th.
That's what this is, correct?
Yes. So this is his addendum flyer for what he's doing for Lou. So we're screening the film on the 11th, but the flea market is the 11th and 12th. There's a lot of people making appearances, and it's a really, really fun event. He used to do it in Trenton. He's done them elsewhere. He does a couple of other, events like these types of gatherings. So this is going to be a really fun one, and he's been a great person to partner with. So that's our next one. And then on the 18th of April, we're going to be out in Las Vegas at the Punk Rock Museum. So we're going to be showing it at the Punk Rock Museum on the 18th, and we're going to do a panel afterward with a bunch of people. And it's like, I haven't even been out there yet. So this is going to be the first time I even get to see the museum. So I'm really psyched about that. There's a lot of AF stuff in the exhibits, which is cool. Roger's done tours. And then this is the first time I'm actually sort of announcing this, because we're not really supposed to talk about it yet, but we got into our first film festival, which is called Real Abilities, which is a disabilities-based film festival that's based here in New York. And so there are screenings all over New York the week of the 23rd through the 30th of April. So on the 25th, we're going to be at the Mazeless Documentary Center in Harlem.
I've been there. Cool place.
They asked us to do it, which is really nice, because
awesome.
We didn't pitch them. They came to us, and the guy, his first name Albert, I think, he was like the founder. big filmmaker, did didn't he do like Gimme Shelter and like all these incredible documentaries?
He's one of the Macella's brothers. Yes.
Right. And so we're showing it there. And then on the 27th, we'll be at good old Nighthawk Cinema in Prospect Park, and Q&As for both. Vinny, I got to talk to you about that because I would love for you to do one. And then, basically, we're having our coming out party in April. Like, people are going to finally know that this film exists. Fantastic. And I really want people to see it. And there's a lot of great people telling these really great stories. And, excuse the pun, it gets a little heavy at times and all of that. But, Vinny and, for instance, Jimmy know how to keep it fun. And so, we're talking about some crazy shit. But at the same time, everybody's able to kind of joke about it now, right? But a lot of really interesting people and some things that they've gone through and the things that they used to help get through it. And I hope you.
It's a great premise,
warts and all. Yeah,
Billy Pilgrim asks, any screenings in the Boston area?
Yes, so we are currently in the On Deck Circle with Bridge 9, for instance.
Oh, good.
So we're going to do an event at Bridge 9, and literally we're just waiting for Chris Wren to figure out when all of his book signing events are for May, sort of, and then we'll get slotted in there. But there's a few other things coming up. We're talking about doing some online screenings, which I think are going to be cool. We're going to do the West Coast, and we're talking about New Orleans. We're talking about Nashville. So there's a few places that we're discussing, but really it's going to all kick off next month. And we're in negotiations to start streaming it with one of the apps in the fall.
Good. Fantastic.
Really happy for you.
Thank you. Lori and I have been talking about this outside shows for
exactly. Very important film. Anybody who's gone through anything, we know how important music has been in those tough times, getting through it. And there's a science to it too. It just, releases all those good chemicals in your brain, and that helps your healing. It actually helps your healing, whatever makes you happy, So this is a really important message, an important film, and I can't wait to see it. So
thank you.
I'm going to be in New York for I think those Gorilla Biscuit, the Gorilla Biscuit shows. So I think I'm going to have to extend, and stay.
Yeah, well, because our first screening, the one in Harlem, is the night of the first GB show. So and so I had tickets for both of those. So now I can only go to the second show. But whatever.
I'll see you there. We're playing Philly the first night. So.
So then I'll be there the second night, and then the Monday. We're doing our Brooklyn screening. And
awesome.
Drew, I sent you the link to the trailer. I for some reason I can't get into the chat, so we'll deal with that. But if anybody wants to see, there is a trailer for the movie. That if you just go to YouTube and put in Healing trailer number 2, you can see it. And then we have an Instagram, which is just heavy_healing_film. And then my personal socials, I'm posting stuff all the time. And on the 26th of March, we can finally announce the film festival to everybody.
Perfect.
Fantastic. Well, thanks, Howie. And,
thank you for squeezing me in. AF is a tough act to follow.
It is. Hey, speaking of which, before we go, Vinnie, did you see your new hardcore trading card? Look at this one. The Eliminator, the Godfather, and the Outlaw.
Wow.
That's a good one.
I like the Eliminator. I look cool there. But I just want to say one thing. Thank God for people like Lori and Howie and your show, and hardcore music that takes care of us, because I just done the Luke with my band, my solo band. We did the Luke Holla benefit show in Brooklyn, and my tattoo shop, New York Hardcore, did tattoos. We raised some money, right, Howard?
Certainly did.
And we Agnostic Front donated a guitar, and Mike Gallo painted on it. So we were very involved, and we're always look out for each other. Any way I can help, I'll be there.
Cool. All right. Well, thanks, guys. Thanks, Howie. Thanks, Vinny.
Yeah, Howie.
Let's go eat some Chinese food. Hey, Vinny, I'm going to send Maggie Georgie's number, right? You got to call him. All right. I'll talk to you guys soon.
See you guys.
Take care.
All right.
All right. All right.
That's a good one.
When does the show start?
I know.
I'm ready.
Let's go.
Oh, that was the show?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
I know. It's like my butt's getting numb.
Oh, yeah.
It's like
I was just getting warmed up. Thanks a lot, everybody. Hey, Courtney, thank you.
Wanted to give a little plug to Doll Fest too. If you had those
yeah. I have that
coming up, and I I'm not going to be here on Sunday. So Doll Fest coming up on the 27th, 28th, 29th of March out in Oakland, California. It is a celebration of feminine energy put on by the good people of Doll Fest. Yes, that's Friday night. That's the pre-party. Great bands. You got Bad Cop, Vile. They're the headliners of this festival. And I think they've got about 8 or 9 bands each night. Each lineup is killer. So
is this
get on out there.
Is this the first night, March 29th?
That is the Sunday. So there's a Saturday one too. But yep, that's the one. War on Women, Girl in a Coma, Bad Cop. A lot of these bands are being featured right now on Women of the Pit. So we're getting to know a lot of them. Really, really awesome people.
Cool.
And we're proud
and also we have
promoting this for them. So
we have to shout out Sojourn Radio.
Yes, Sojourn Radio. Cindy Halfrats, DJ Cindy, she works so tirelessly, just combing the globe for new releases. It is a great way to discover new music, new bands. Her show is on Wednesdays, 12 noon and 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. But actually it's on, it's Eastern Standard Time, but it's on internet radio. So wherever you are in the world, you can tune in. It's absolutely fantastic. We got 2 bands today. One of them is it's from Norway, and they're called Scampi, Chips, Dip, and Campari.
What?
And they're a punk band, all women. And of course, they're from Norway, right? So they've got to have like the face paint, right?
Uh-huh.
They're amazing. Check them out.
That's funny.
We did a post on Women of the Pit. Really a lot of fun. Every Wednesday, we try to, we post up, some fresh cuts with Cindy for the radio show. And it's a lot of fun. So
cool.
Yeah.
Oof, man.
All right.
When you will be back here, let's see, Bill Stevenson is on Sunday.
Yes, that's my birthday, so I won't be.
Your birthday, right? You're excused on your birthday.
Yes,
but a week later, 2 weeks from today, you are co-hosting with D.D. Verney of Overkill.
Absolutely, and I am having so much fun listening to the Cadillac Band's music.
I got to do my homework. Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome.
All right, I got to go. I got to go do my homework for the next show.
I got to stand up.
I'll see you later.
All right, see ya.
Thanks. Bye. That's what's up. Yeah, what a great show today. Thank you so much for stopping by, everybody. Really appreciate it. Still love doing the show all these years later. Still love that you're a part of it. So thanks a lot. Is that right? Harley Flanagan, Wired for Chaos documentary, free on YouTube right now. Good documentary. Harley's doc is good. Yeah, I will say that. Thanks a lot. Where was Roger? Roger, we decided to go with some of the other guys today. But Roger, I think was traveling today, but we wanted to give some shine to the other guys. Do something a little different. Roger's been on a lot. So it was a classic bonus show, just like the old days, right? Bonus shows are usually because something important we got to do this show. So bonus shows are usually good. It's like, I know it's going to be your day off, Drew, but you're going to have to do a show. So the bonus shows are usually really good. It was great to see Gallo and Dijon, 100%. So thanks a lot, everybody. We will see you a week from today. Actually, not a week from today. This Sunday wait, excuse me. I'm sorry. Hold on. today is Wednesday. Yes, today's Wednesday. This Sunday is Bill Stevenson. Woo! There you go. Hey, Steen, good to see you. I saw you out there. I hope things are well in Denmark, brother. Miss you. Come to New York and visit. We're here, man. We are here. I know Bill's going to be good. Bill Stevenson was a good one. Absolutely. There's a lot. Listen, you know something? There are a lot of great shows coming up. That's for sure. All right. Thanks a lot, everybody. Once again, this was the New York Hardcore Chronicles Live. We'll see you in a couple days for Bill Stevenson. Until next time, do good things, and good things will come to you.
Conditioned by indoctrination, conditioned by society. You're a victim of the digital age, a 21st century casualty.